A bit unusual today because today I'm only going to be talking about the Web3 matrix, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a run through on why I am promoting this and why I'm going to do webinars for it. Maybe one a week, maybe more, maybe less. We'll see how this one goes. But I have got a run through for you. It's a little bit sometimes difficult to understand a program when it's new. And this program, Web3 Matrix, the 4 people got together a year ago now. And they're all top earners in network marketing. And Felix, who is the sort of head of the marketing side, a young man of 73, I think, or 76, been in network marketing for 50 years or a little bit more, and was a top distributor in Amway, made $1 million a year in Amway. He's made $100 million in the last 50 years through network marketing, which is no mean achievement. And these 4 people got together and they put together this program. It took them until January of this year to get the first website out, and it's been playing around with it. It's now getting close to being launched properly, although there are still things that will be modified and changed, and I suppose that'll be ongoing anyway. But there are 1 or 2 things that I'll talk about that are coming up in the near future. So what I want to do is hopefully this will work okay. I've never done this before on this platform, so I'm hoping it'll all work out fine. So I've got a PowerPoint presentation, and I'm hoping I can find it and we can get it sorted out for you. And we'll make it bigger, get rid of me. I'm not sure whether I can get rid of this side panel. If I can, I will. And that'll make it a bit bigger for you as well. I'm not too technical, as you probably are aware. Can I get rid of the side panel? Probably, but I don't know how. Okay, so let's just go through it now then. And I want to talk about this as a real opportunity, and I want to tell you why I walked away from MLM. I was a top distributor, not the top, not the king of the castle sort of top, but I was a top distributor in 3 different MLM companies back before the internet days in late 1980s, 1990s. And I walked away from it, and I'll go through the reasons for that. But I found something here in this that has made me return after over 20 years. So let's just have a look at it a bit. Now, when I talk about MLM, I mean the real product-based established businesses, your names like Amway, Herbalife, Nu Skin, and a lot of others. And there's a lot more that come through, a lot of newer ones. But I'm talking about big organizations that are going to be around and stick around. And today, most affiliate programs borrow some form of MLM structure because it's simply the most powerful leverage for growth. Used well, it's one of the best ways to build real wealth, and it's probably not the only way, but the main way that the average person can create an extraordinary income. But the risk is that it has one of the highest failure rates in business. Okay, let's go on to the next slide and I'll show you the hard truth about MLM. Only about 1% reach the true top level where they're making ginormous amounts of money, literally. Millions of dollars can be made at that top level. There's only about 2 or 3% that generate regular income from an MLM program. And some people that you'll come across will say they're making money, but they're spending as much as they're making in advertising and auto ships and things like that. So what I'm talking about when 2 or 3%, I'm talking about people actually in profit regularly at a level that is worth considering. You know, I'm not talking about $1 a month. I'm talking about them making, maybe $1,000 or more per month profit regularly. Very small percentage. And unfortunately, about 95% lose money because they get it all set up and they spend on advertising and they've got their auto ships and affiliate fees and all sorts of hidden costs. And it becomes a very expensive hobby rather than a business. And that's why over 20 years ago, I stopped being involved in it. I said, no, I can't do with it because although I was making money, most of the people in the teams that I was building were not making money and quite often losing money. And I couldn't stay happy in an industry where so many people were failing, despite the fact that I was making money and I'd ranked among top distributors in, it says several here, but it was basically 3 different companies. And since then, I've even run my own programs to help people make money and make MLM work for them. And we did see a little bit of an increase in success, but still most people failed. It was still over 90% failing. And that is never what I wanted. And it's, the problems that nobody talks about. Most MLM products are priced high to fund the large commission payouts that they advertise and that attract the people in. And you can usually find comparable or often better versions of the same sort of product available at retail outlets. It's just a fact. And some opportunities promote savings on things like hotels. And I've seen many of those and I've looked at them. I thought, this is a good idea. But when I've checked the prices, I found that I can buy that same hotel using booking.com or something else similar at the same or even a better price on occasions than the so-called opportunity that people are paying to be a part of are offering. And so I've always, just, oh dear, another one, boom, push it aside. And then nearly all these programs have some sort of auto ship trap. You've got an ongoing commitment to auto ship products, and that creates consistent costs for you, whether you're making money or not. And this is the reason that most people don't last 3 months in these opportunities. It's about 3 months average because people get in with great hopes and expectations and they pay their upfront fees and then they get on the auto ship and they talk to a few people and nobody joins and they're not making any money, and the next month they've got the auto ship going out again and they're still talking to people and they're losing a bit of confidence, and by month 3 they're thinking, oh dear, my auto ship's coming again, I've paid that again, I didn't really want any more of that stuff, it's not selling anyway, and they drop out and they say, no, cancel everything, I'm out of this. And that is a fact, and that is the way that most of these programs operate. But I came across an unexpected discovery, because when this program was pitched to me, and I thought, okay, I'll check it out, because I tend to try and have an open mind, although I do feel a bit jaundiced. But I was amazed to find that when I checked the rates from Web3 Global, they were actually lower than anywhere else I could find. There were real significant savings on hotel and holiday rental bookings here in the UK. I didn't check anywhere else because I'm in the UK. Not that I wanted to book anything, but I wanted to check here. This company is based in America, and at the moment, most of the focus is on providing benefits in the United States. So I thought, well, I'm going to check what there is available in the UK. And I was honestly totally shocked to find that the prices that I was getting from Web3 Global were usually significant savings, quite a lot per day on anything that I could have booked elsewhere. And it wasn't just hotels, it was like little, in here in Cornwall, there are a lot of little bungalows and things like that people rent out for holiday accommodation, and it's a thriving industry. And places like that, they were at a better rate than I could find anywhere else. And that's when I decided, okay, I'll look into this a bit deeper, because it seems to be real rather than just a promise of something. So I looked at it and I discovered that access to these savings is available to anyone at no cost. Okay, it's free. It's a real no-brainer. You sign up and you save money, not just on hotels, but if you're in the United States, they also have savings on restaurants. I think there's about, I can't remember whether it's 5,000 or 50,000 or 500,000. I don't think it's 500,000, but it might be different restaurants that you can save money on eating out. And that's in addition to the hotels. That doesn't apply in other countries. You can't get that same benefit here in the UK. So a lot of the emphasis at the moment is in the United States, but the hotels are available. I think they've got over 40 different countries that you can book hotels in, and holiday homes and this sort of thing. And the opportunity is global. It doesn't matter if you're living in some little backwoods of a third world country. If you've got an internet connection, you have the ability to reach out to people who may be interested in either saving money or making money. People that do go on holiday and book hotels. If I'd been aware of this before the World Cup thing for football, I know there's a lot of people in England that have gone to the United States, and they could have saved a fortune on their hotel accommodations while they're there. Some of them have gone for a month, you know. And if you're only saving, let's suppose you're only saving $10 a day, and most of the things I found were greater than that. But if you've gone for a month, $10 a day, that's $300 saved. So it would have been really good to promote prior to that, but I'm a little bit late on that. I don't know. But there's only about 1 in 4 million people have even heard of this company at the moment. So I thought, okay, let's have a look at the compensation plan. So you can save on travel, you can earn rewards, you can make a difference in people's lives. You can save easily. If you do a lot of traveling and hotel stays, you can easily save $1,000 a year on travel, totally free. You can make comparisons. They are real savings. I've checked it out and I've done it, and the prices are savings. And you have the ability to earn while you're saving. And maybe you don't want to go and stay in hotels and things, but you can still earn money. Most people would like extra income. And there's a quote that I got off the website here. And this is, it said, Megan saved $2,910 at a 4-star Los Angeles hotel just by watching the video, because there are videos that introduce you to what's going on here. And just for watching the video, they give you a $50 travel savings coupon, if you like, or $50 in travel savings dollars. So when you book a hotel, let's suppose the hotel costs you, you're going for a week in a 5-star hotel or something, and it would have cost you $1,000, but through Web3M, it's $600, let's say. And you've got that $50 voucher, you can knock that other $50 off, so it's down to $550 instead. And you get that extra 50 just for watching. You don't have to pay anything, you don't have to do anything, okay. And because of the way this is set up, there's no auto-ship, there's no monthly costs. You can stay free for as long as you like. In fact, they say, get in, check it all out, stay free as long as you want until you think, okay, it's worth upgrading, because an upgrade is just a one-time $50 fee. And for most people in the Western world or Australia, that's neither here nor there. $50 one time, and that unlocks all the benefits, and you actually get a free 4-day, 3-night vacation for that. That, once again, is in the United States, so I've got that, but it's no good to me because I'm here in the UK. Okay, I could book a flight and go and stay somewhere, but it takes the edge off it a bit, doesn't it? But it is there, and that, as I say, they're focused at the moment on the States. If you get involved at a higher level, then they have different gifts for you in different countries. But most people, I always like to say to people, if you're getting involved in MLM, they always have these stepping stones where you can get this bit more and this bit more by paying a bit more. But it's of no value to you if you are not able to work your way up anyway. So I always advise people to get in at the bottom level and work the system and work your way up through those levels. And that is a much better way of doing things. One time $50. Now, as I say, they say stay free for as long as you like. But if you are talking to people about this and they join and they decide to upgrade before you do, you're going to miss out on a commission. So if you can afford the $50, my advice is to get it straight away. If you like the whole concept that we have here. But I also know that $50 is a lot of money for a lot of people in places like the Philippines, you know, where a lot of people's weekly wage is $100. So it's half a week's pay, and they can't, you know, it would be a real struggle for a lot of people to pay that. So what the company's done, they've said, well, we'll finance people in those areas for $20. And then the other $30 they pay out of the commissions as they earn them. And of course, there is a possibility of spillover, but never rely on spillover. It may happen for you, but if you rely on it, it's not going to happen probably. So you need to be proactive in a business like this, because if you're not, okay, you spend your $50, you get additional benefits, you've got all sorts of great stuff. You can't really lose because you bought something of value. It's a one-time fee. You're not stuck in auto ship monthly costs and this sort of thing. And so it's something that I can personally recommend to anybody and say, you know, have a go with it. have a go at it, but do treat it seriously. Treat it as a business. Do what you can and refer other people. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like referring," and I'll get to that in a bit as well, because there's more to this than meets the eye. But let's move on. There are 8 ways that you can earn money. As a free member, I think there's only one way that you can earn money, and that is by selling ad packs. And I'll get onto those in a moment. But the 8 ways they're talking about earning here, and I'm not going to cover the passive income stream at this moment, are available, and I'll get onto those and we'll go through those in a moment. These are based on, obviously, on sales that are made either through the fees that are paid, that one-time $50, that can work your way through, move you up into the next level and the next level. And each time somebody moves up, you make more money, and each time somebody joins your matrix, you make more money. So it's the 8 ways we'll see a little bit on the site. So it's free to join, it's free to earn, it's risk-free. In a nutshell, anyone anywhere in the world can get involved for free, save money on hotels and eating out, and earn income. You can upgrade for $50 or more if you really choose. But like I say, I like to get in at the bottom level and work my way up, and I recommend that to other people as well. But it's $50 to earn more and unlock additional benefits. In fact, you will unlock those are 8 income streams. But the most important thing for me was this: it becomes risk-free. No one can lose out. And so it doesn't matter how successful you are. Not everybody that gets into this opportunity is going to make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of dollars. But nobody is going to be losing money. There's no reason for people to drop out. It's a one-time $50. And as I say, my advice is if you can afford it, you get in at that one-time $50 as early as you can, just in case you refer somebody, or just in case you're going to get a bit of spillover from whoever has referred you, or people further up your sponsorship tree. And I'm impressed by the company because they're putting people first, not profits. The 4 people that founded this, the only way they draw from the organization is by building their own network, the same way that you earn, or I earn, or anybody else that comes in earns money. And I'm going to walk you through the options and the compensation now through their website. But I wanted to give you just a bit of background about why I got involved in this. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for people all over the world to start generating income. And I'm going to stop sharing this in a moment. I don't know. There we go. I'm going to stop sharing and you'll get me back. And I'm going to go to their website to show you a little bit about that. And it's nice to see a few people here that I know. I don't know how many people we'll have watching this. It will be recorded, and we will be able to post it somewhere for others to see and for you to show to people if you choose to. But I see we've got Marion from Chicago, and we've got Bozina from Edinburgh, Willie from Atlanta, Georgia, Peter from the Cameroon, Norman from Doncaster, Pedro from Puerto Rico. So we've only got one in from the United States, that's Willie, and that is where you're going to find your biggest market. But don't forget, it doesn't matter if you're in the Cameroon or Puerto Rico. Well, Puerto Rico's not so bad. I'm not sure whether that will have the same functions, hotels and things as the United States. But it doesn't matter where you are, because you can still introduce people. In the United States, there are millions of people there. Most of them like to travel, like to go in hotels, and nearly all of them want to make some money. And so it doesn't matter where you are, you can do this business. Okay? Maybe you're not going to make the savings, but you can make the money. Okay? So what I want to do, and I'm going to see if I can get this, because I had it set up and it kicked me out. So I'm going to have to do it a different way. But we'll do a screen share, and that should get me into the website. So let me do another screen share now. Okay, so this is, there are lots of different pages that they have. Oops, what's happened there? Oh, it's back again anyway. Lots of different pages that they have. Oh, just a minute, return to website. I wonder if that works. No, it's just bringing me back here, I think. I don't know. Let's see if See Benefits shows this is a normal page. It shows who it brought to. There's a little video you can watch. You can view the presentation. I don't want to go through that, but let's and there's a couple more presentations down here as well. Let's see if we can see the benefits, and that brings up the page, and it does. How about that? Good. Because it kicked me out of here. I was all set up and then it wasn't there. So here is the website. And they've got a lot of information on here. But the member benefits, hotel savings, travel savings dollars, Web3, back office and tracking. And it doesn't mention the dining there. If you're in the States, that's a big deal. Okay? And of course you can join. It's not passive for most people. It can be, and I'll show you that in a moment. And you could possibly get spillover that would make it passive for you. You could get spillover and spill under. But if that's what you're expecting, you're unlikely to get it. It very seldom happens, and when it does, treat it as a bonus. But it's only talking about getting 3. And you can get 3, you can get people in free. Not everybody that comes in free is going to pay the $50, but a lot of people will, because it is only a one-time $50. And like I say, if you don't do that and you mention it to other people and they upgrade, you're going to miss out, because they're not going to be in your pay line because you didn't join in time. So my advice, as I say, if you can afford the $50, do it right away. You're not going to lose out on it. You're going to get extra benefits. You get an extra, I think it's an extra $180 anyway in travel dollars. So, you get that added on to your $50 that you get for watching the presentation. You've got $230 extra in travel dollar savings. In addition to that vacation package that they give you, and you get into all those 8 different levels of income. So you get 3, you help them get 3, and you work as a team and you build, and you get 3, 9, 27, and that's your first matrix filled, and you're into the next matrix, and you've also got a re-entry into the first matrix, and you've made some money. And I think it'll show you how much in a moment. Okay, so here's your earning power. It's a one-time payment of $50. You cycle through, and you don't have to fill the matrix to draw your income. As soon as you get paid, you can pull it out if you want. Okay, But the first level is 528. So the first time you cycle, we're in the first matrix, if you like, it's $528 in your pocket. But you're into the second matrix and people are going to follow you through if you build this thing. And that is going to, I wonder, did I make this bigger? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'll make it bigger now anyway. Okay. I got carried away there. So 528 in the first matrix, 2,640 in the second one. As I say, if you built this properly, people will follow you through. And then into the third, it's 16.5 grand. And these all recycle. You all get paid back into them all, and you can build them all again and again and again as more people come in. There's less than 1 in 4 million people know about this now. And don't wait to introduce people. I got involved in network marketing back in late 1980, I think it was. And at that time, we did meetings in hotels and bars and things. It was quite good. It was a social evening. But I was horrified one day to go to one of our meetings. And one of my best pals was there, but somebody else had brought him in and introduced him. And I thought, I'm never going to let that happen again, okay? Because he was a good guy and a real good businessman and a good friend of mine. And because I didn't share this with everybody I knew, I lost that person. So share it with people now, because people that you know are going to join this because it's free. And a lot of the people that join are going to upgrade because it's only $50. And if you're in the Philippines or a few countries in Africa or South America, it's only $20 for them. Okay, they've got to pay the other 30 out of their earnings, but at least they're in and they can get in. So it is important that you take this opportunity seriously and as quickly as you can. And if you've got $50 invested, it's only $50, but at least you've got a bit of skin in the game. And you're thinking, well, maybe I should talk to people about it. Okay? So there you go. You start in phase 1 with just a $50 payment. You get 3 who can join and pay their $50, and you go through the different stages, and you can make all the stages put together. You're looking at nearly $20,000. Okay, for that one time, $50. And that's the first time through. And you're going to go through a lot of times, because once people hear about this, they're going to want to get in. Okay, so let's keep going. So what do? You create your account, you access the member-only hotel rates, even as a free member, and you start earning rewards through the matrix. If you've paid your $50, you build a team and you become eligible for different rewards, and you just keep going through all those different plans, and I'm going to show you a few more of them. I said the 8 ways of earning. That matrix system is 3 of them: matrix 1, matrix 2, matrix 3, and they're all just 3927s. Okay. So it's a fast, simple sign-up, real savings on eligible bookings, and automated rewards that you can track. Here we go. There's the matrices, and that's how you earn. You earn $8 on your first level and your second level in the first matrix, and 16 on your second. And when those fill out, that's your 528. But it also, you can get paid in to this, which is a $200 entry price plus $10 admin fee. Okay, there's a $10 admin fee on each of them, and that all goes to supporting the website. as I say, the actual owners, the founders, don't get anything of those admin fees. It's all into the business account to run the business. Their income comes through building a network in the same way as you. And you can see here the second matrix is $40 on level 1 and 2, $80 on level 3, total 2,640. And as I say, you don't have to wait for it to fill to be able to withdraw your money. And you can use this to get into the third matrix, and everybody's going to follow you through. And the third matrix, 2,000 plus $10, and they're paying you $750 when you complete that first 3. Okay, and then another 2,250. So just completing your first 2 levels, you've got $3,000 back, and then an extra 13.5 grand as you fill that third level. I think most of you will be familiar with this structure. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that for you. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but that matrix that we showed, those $8 and everything, there's $2 and $2 and $4, and this goes into the ad packs that we're going to cover and sort out in a bit. And this happens all the way through. So the company are advertising through these ad packs, and they pay out a dividend to you if you want to get involved in passive income. So you can choose your level you get started at. Everybody joins free anyway. My best advice is get the starter pack. Don't worry about the builder and executive. Work your way up to them. Get the starter pack, $50 one time. If you want to go for these, okay, fine. I don't want to stop you, but the way I always like to do it, and because if you buy this and this, and then you never find the people and you don't get the people in, that's money. Okay, you've got a lot of value from them in the things that they give you for those packs, but do it the safe way. Get the starter pack and get it now, $50, and start referring people. Okay, they do give you a deal if you do want them all, and you get an extra 2.5 grand in travel savings dollars on top of what you would normally get. But my advice, be a starter. Okay. This is explaining that you can, if you're in certain countries, opt for the $20 starter. It puts you in at the $50 level. They finance that $30, and you pay it out of your commissions. You can, if you have a windfall, say, okay, I want to pay it off, and you can pay it off at any time. But if you don't do that, the commissions that you earn, your first $30 goes to pay off that balance. Now, this is interesting. This is the advertising co-op here. And this is what I talked about, because they sell packages in this, and they are $250 each. And that is added to the funds that they take from those matrix payments, those small payments from the matrix fees that go into the advertising co-op. And the money they generate from the advertising co-op comes back out to the members at 1% per day, weekdays only. Okay, so it's 5% a week if you like to look at it that way. So if you buy an ad pack for $250, in 20 weeks, you've got your money back. And then every week after that is profit. But they do cap the profit, and it varies to doubling your money down to 75% profit. So if you've only got one ad pack, you only make 75% profit. But you can, if you choose, if you can afford to put that $250 in, and if you've got $300, this is what I recommend. You put $250 into the ad co-op, and you put $50 into the starter pack. Now the ad co-op is going to pay you that money, and it's going to sit in your account. And when you've got 20 weeks completed, you'll have another 250. So you buy another ad pack. So you've now got 2 ad packs going, and you're going to get a bigger percentage of income from buying more ad packs. And instead of getting 5% on the original 250, you're now getting like 10%. So instead of getting $12.50 a day, you're now getting $25 a day. And that in 5 weeks is going to be another 250. So you can compound it that way if you choose. You don't have to. It's totally optional, but it's a very safe and solid 1% per weekday only, 5% per week. It's a very good, solid sound. And I was introduced to somebody who had money sitting in something that wasn't doing very well, and he bought 100 ad packs, and he's happy. He's getting $250 a day, where he was getting peanuts. And it's something that you can do. As I say, it's very solid. It's above board. It's not going to be disappearing. They're not going to do a rug pull on you. It's a good, solid, passive program. Now, as a free member, I think this is about the only way you can earn as a free member. If you introduce somebody and you're a free member and they buy an ad pack, you still get the commission on that. And the commission paid on that goes through 8 levels. And it's a uni level. It can go as wide as you want. You can introduce 100 people, and they would all be on your first level. You can introduce 1,000. It'd still all be on your first level, and you earn 5% on their purchase. So if somebody buys 1 ad pack, it's $12.50. They buy 2, it's $25. If they buy 10, it's $250, and you can get yourself an ad pack as well. Okay, but that's it, and it goes through 8 levels, uni level. If you find somebody who's a big hitter and they join somewhere in your downline through those 8 levels, it's going to massively increase your income. Uni level is really, really, really powerful. They also put you into this, and in fact, you get in this as a starter member. You're in automatically into the uni level commissions. That's the $50. You get in these anyway, you know. You're in the monoline. I don't fully understand it, I've got to be honest, but it's a sort of single pay line. And if you introduce 3 people, you get 2 positions in it. And for every 3 people you introduce, you get an extra position in the monoline. I don't know how much it's going to pay out, because they only pay out on the 1st of a month. And so I've joined a couple of days ago, and I don't really see how much they're going to pay yet. But it'll be interesting to see. I know that some of the people that got in and have started building, and they've built quite big networks already, they're making thousands of dollars from the monoline. In fact, this company, even though it's still in pre-launch, is paying out over $100,000 a month in commissions already. Okay. What's your share going to be of that? I don't know. And so you've got that passive income plan as well. It's sustainable long-term participation. 100% of membership fees are paid out in commissions. It's AI-driven advertising for optimization and automation. And it tells you here how it's structured and how it's aligned and why it fits in with everything. Okay, but this is what I want to really show you, because this, it says coming soon. It's not available at this moment in time, but it's going to be released any day now. And this is amazing. It is a set and forget way to refer people. All you do is you set it up, you hook it up to as many social media channels as you can join. You hook it up, and this plan then automatically creates posts for you every day, and it optimizes those posts based on the feedback that it gets from those posts, because it posts those onto all your social media channels. And as I say, it analyzes them and it adjusts the posts. And it doesn't matter how many people are in this Amplify, every post it creates is unique. So it's not like there's going to be 1 million people advertising the same post. There's 1 million people advertising different posts every day. Now, there's nowhere near 1 million people in here yet. I think there's, I can't remember, but it's just over 1,000, I think, that are in this already. Very, very fresh, very new. But this, once again, is totally free. You get this as a free member. So you join as a free member and you get this working for you. You set it all up and you don't have to do anything. Now you can, if you choose, be interactive with it, because it has a full CRM program and everything that you can get into, and you can contact people and talk to them and do all sorts of things with it. But you don't need to. You can set it up and leave it running, and it's going to refer people into your business. Now, as a free member, if they don't buy an ad pack, you're not going to make anything. But as a paid member, you will make money from them as soon as they become a starter. And most people are going to upgrade for that one-time $50, because if they don't, they're going to lose out massively. And people don't like losing out. And this is going to work for you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And in all honesty, this itself is probably worth $1,000 setup fee and $100 a month. And you get it free. Okay? So there you go. That's why I say they're looking after their people, not their profits. They know that if they look after their people, the profits are going to follow. If they have people that are referring people and getting people in, and think about this, filling your matrices, constantly, every day of every week of every year, constantly working for you, putting more and more people into those matrices. And every time you go through all three of them and cycle, it's 20 grand in your pocket. And this is why people are going to be making more money from this program. More people are going to be making more money from this program than any other program that's out there. Because in nearly every other program, 95% are failing, losing money and dropping out. Here, people are going to be referring people. They're going to be coming in. If they're not in the matrix and you are, you're going to get the benefit from that anyway. They're going to go into, they're going to travel up line to your matrix. You're going to cycle in those three matrices time and time and time again. You only need to cycle 5 times in a year in all three, and people following you through, boom, 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 to be on 100,000 a year. And if you're not good at referring, this is going to do it for you anyway. If you're good at referring, this is going to add to what you do. And it's amazing. And if you want to get to the website and you want to click on this here, it'll tell you more and more about it. I think there's about a dozen 1-minute videos, and each one goes through a little bit more about it. I'm not going to play them now, but it's there. You click on that and you start the feature tour, and then the videos start coming up, and you have to just play them one at a time. And there's little dots below the video and you click on the next one. Okay, so let's get out of that. How do you get paid? You can get paid through traditional banking. You can get paid through crypto, or you can do a bit of both. They advertise a debit card, but they don't have it yet. It probably won't come until next year sometime, my guess would be. They're probably going to need to have 5,000 people making, 10,000 a month. And I think that's probably going to take 6 months for them to get to that stage. So it's probably going to be sometime next year when the debit card comes out. Okay. Well, there you go. It's there. That's how you get paid. You can just use, transfer into your bank account or crypto, or you can do a bit of both. A bit more about it here. And how do you pay your $50? Well, you've got to deposit the money into their token, which is whatever they call it. I can't remember what it's called. But you can do it through a variety of cryptocurrencies, or you can do it in US dollars through Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. These are all available in the United States. They're not all available in Europe. But you can also use a credit card. And I think you can even do a bank transfer or a check if you need to. It's really flexible, the easiest way possible. Just get it paid, $50. Set it and forget it. But don't tell everybody, because if you don't, you're going to have what happened to me many, many years ago, 50 odd years ago, when I first got involved in network marketing, and people are going to join under somebody else. Okay? So here's your action plan. Create your free account. It only takes a few seconds. In fact, it's pretty much automatic. You fund your ledger with $50. More if you want. If you want to buy ad packs, $250 each, fund your wallet with $300 or $550 or $1,050 or whatever you want to put in and get that 1% a day on. You can browse the savings that you're going to make if you fancy a trip somewhere, to stay somewhere and have a bit of a break, get a good deal on it. You can apply your savings and you can put in your extra savings from your travel dollars. They're going to give you $50 just for registering, and you'll earn rewards as you share and build a team. These are just some of the places that they have. As I say, they're mainly focused on the United States. And that pretty much covers it. I think they've got an FAQ page here. But I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have if I can. I can't guarantee I know everything, but I hope it will be interesting for you. I'm going to make this video available. It runs for about an hour. It's pretty normal for an opportunity webinar. It will be available. It will be up on a page where you can put it in, and you'll be able to add your link to this video. Now, if you're here looking at this for the first time, I'm not going to refer you, okay? Get back to the person that did refer you, brought you here. If it was me, that's fine, drop me a message or whatever. Put in a support ticket if you want to join and you've not joined already. I think if you're a member of We Share Abundance, in fact, I'm sure if you're a member of We Share Abundance, it is in the multiple income streams, so that way it'll preserve the integrity there. I don't want people joining under the wrong person. I don't want people joining under me if they should be under Carlin or David or Pedro. This is so important to maintain the integrity of your business. Don't try and steal people. Try and help people. Help people along. Help them get their 3. Get your own 3. Help them get their 3. Help them help their 3 get their 3. And if you do that, you're going to be on the road to 20 grand very quickly. Okay? So that's it. As I say, I'm not giving any links out here. You can do it through We Share Abundance multiple income streams, or you can contact the person that invited you here. This will be put up on a page that I will create. This video will be there, and you will be able to put in the heading, the URL for that page, your username within W3M, and it will then carry your links on that page. Okay, so if you promote that page, it'll be there for you. Okay, who else have we got in? Let's see. We have David from Nigeria. We've got Carlin from New York. New York's a great place to be. A long time since I lived there. It's well over 50 years since I lived in New York. I didn't really live there. I was only there for a few months. But a wonderful place to be for this opportunity. And Leon from California. Hi there. This presentation will be recorded and available here on YouTube, won't it? Yeah, it should be on YouTube anyway, but that won't have your link in it. When I put it on YouTube, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to refer to, I don't know, I might not put any link in. I might just say, get back to the person that invited you to this, or get in touch through such and such. We'll do it that way. I don't want to be stealing your referrals. I want you to build this for you as quickly as you can. I want you to get 3. I want you to help those 3 get 3. And I want you to help those 3 help those 9 get their 3, so that you build that 3,927 quickly and keep that going down. And before you know it, you'll be into that second matrix and the third matrix, because everybody's going to be following you through. And the first time you complete all 3, $20,000 in your pocket. That's not peanuts, folks, for a one-time $50. Okay, do we have any questions from anybody? I'm happy to answer any questions that I can. I hope I've been as informative as possible. We've been going for just under an hour, which is not too bad. I think I was a couple of minutes late because, as I say, they kicked me out of the website and I wasn't sure how I was going to do that, but we managed to get back in. Okay. Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. You can introduce anybody into this with confidence because nobody's going to lose. Nobody is going to lose. When I say that, okay, somebody could come in and don't push them, don't pressure them to pay the $50 if they don't want to. But if they've got it and they want to get involved, they should do it as soon as possible. And if they do that and then they lose interest and forget about it and don't even set up the automated recruiting system that I just showed you, I mean, that's available and it'll be available very soon. If they don't even do that, then yeah, I suppose they could be $50 out of pocket, but they'll have $230 in travel books that they can save on. If they are in any of the countries that have the hotels, they'll be able to get into hotels at massive savings. I think there's over 40 countries at the moment that they cover. If they're in the States, of course, they got that dining voucher. You can take the dining voucher and that'll save you on meals in thousands of restaurants. I can't remember the number. There's a 5 in it somewhere. I don't know whether it's 5,000 or 50,000. But there's a lot of restaurants that you can save on if you're in the United States. And Pedro says it's the best compensation plan I've ever seen in MLM. Yeah, it is, without doubt, amazing. As I say, the monoline I can't answer a lot of questions on because they only pay it out once a month on the first of the month. I have no idea how much it's going to be worth, but it's an extra bit of a freebie, you know. But concentrate on building that matrix. Build your matrix and help people build their matrix. The faster that happens, the faster you'll be able to put 20 grand in your pocket. Okay? If that's it and there are no more questions, there aren't any questions coming in, then thanks very much. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. It's been wonderful to have you here, and God bless you all. This is a godsend for everybody. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can participate in this. If you're in the States, yeah, you've got a head start on everybody else. But it doesn't matter if you're in some backwater somewhere, as long as you've got an internet connection, you can make money with this program. And it's pretty much risk-free. God bless.